Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Hunch Punch. And the ingredients, you really don't know. I mean, who knows what goes into Hunch Punch? You just be hunching. So
something strong.
Something strong. You acting wild. Some people like to pour it into a trash can, a clean trash can, and just dip their cups in it and scoop it. Cheers to Hunch Punch.
Cheers.
Because
I don't know what's in this, actually.
Mine tastes pineapple-y.
Mine is like cranberry flavored. But I'm a little afraid that because it tastes like nothing alcohol.
It's going to creep up.
Yeah. But it's too easy to drink, so no, I'm going to finish that glass. Anyway, welcome back to CockTales Dirty Discussions, you guys.
Hey, y'all.
We just wrapped up a weekend of 2 back-to-back live shows. And then when you hear this will be after the LA show.
Oh, yeah.
And then I realized when I was looking at my calendar, I got really overwhelmed and took a nap. And then I was like, oh, my God, after Sunday, I'm going to be gone every week till the end of April.
Yeah. It's
what a blessing. My sister was like, this is the life you prayed for. I said, you know what? It is.
It is. I felt like that after the after Saturday night, after the last Atlanta show. And there was a moment of like, I am tired. I feel like it takes a lot of energy to just, especially do it back to back. We don't normally do it back to back. It was a lot of energy. And then
don't know if I recommend that either.
The people that crunch in like shows and there's like 3 shows in a week, I do not know. Beyonce is doing 3 nights in Atlanta. That's wild.
She's not sitting on a couch talking and then doing 4 8 counts and breathing heavy. She is dancing for hours, and it's just like hours and hours. There's bands, there's dancers. So to anybody who does any sort of live performance,
cheers to you, baby girl or baby boy, because
it's
a lot of energy. But with that, like I was saying, it was like we did the shows, and then it was like I didn't. Normally, I'll give myself like a day in between to rest, but I couldn't. And with all the shows that we have and traveling that we're doing, it's like you still have to schedule in like your me time, your fun time, your whatever else you have going on. And I've learned to just be like, okay, I'll just sleep when I get time to sleep because I want to do all these things. But we're traveling. It's like, nope, you just got to keep on pushing, baby girl. But it is a blessing. And I love that we sold out Atlanta yet again. That's amazing.
Yeah, I had a really good time. And I think that the best part, my favorite part of any live show experience is when we get to meet everybody and we get to see like the faces, because we come in here and y'all hear our team back here laughing, but like we don't know what y'all think when you're listening, or we don't always get to see the good stuff because people love to comment on negative before they do the positive, but that's all right. When we see y'all at the shows, it feels so good to be able to meet you and see people be excited, or see, okay, you did listen to us and you brought your friend who didn't know what she was going to, and you know what, now she met us and she's like, you know what, I'm fucking with it.
I'm a new listener. There was a lot of that on both nights, and it's just so cool. I wanted to give a quick shout out to a young lady named Kiera. She works at she spells it differently. Her name is Kiera Martin, and she works at the Starbucks in my neighborhood that I go to almost every morning. And one day I pulled up and I was looking for I was
your phone.
Looking crazy. I was looking for my phone to get my points, and I was looking for my card.
Gots to get the points.
You got to. And so she was like, Medinah? And I was like, hi. And she was like, oh my gosh, I love CockTales. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. You coming to the show? She said, no, I'm not going to be able to. I'm saving up for something else for now. I said, girl, I got you. I'm going to get your tickets.
That was sweet.
Got her the ticket. She came in, took pictures with us, and she gave us both the Starbucks gift card. I'm not sure if you...
I got mine.
Okay. I put mine in my card. Thank you so much, Kara.
I haven't loaded mine up yet. I'm not going to have to actually spend my own money at Starbucks for a minute. I am very grateful to all the people who've been giving me Starbucks cards.
When in doubt, get somebody a Starbucks gift card, because that really is clutch. And just keep it in your center console. That's what I'd be doing.
Put it on the app on your phone.
You can do that? Didn't know.
You haven't been doing that? You can get way more points. Yes.
The gift card?
Yes. Put the gift card, load it on the app, transfer the money to your gold card where you're earning more points and get more benefits. You just put them all in there, and then you don't need to worry about those cards.
Oh, well, I'm going to do that when I get in the car because it's in the car.
Yep, that's what you got to do, girl. I love that thing. Everybody got me gift cards for Christmas, and now, Kiara, you got me one. Thanks, girl.
Thank you, Kiara. Also, shout out to everybody that helped play a part. My best friend Hannah worked our merch table Friday night, and that is always just thank you to our friends that help us.
Shout out to Simone. She worked it Saturday night.
Shout out to T, who runs our social media, but she be running other shit too in our lives, and we just appreciate her so much. She came and got pictures and videos, and that stuff is always sometimes hard to find people that will. You want people that you know to do that because they already know what
you like and what you don't like.
Yeah, and we're comfortable. We know you. We can trust you. And so everybody, 404 creators!
I can't wait for y'all to see the video. Like, it already looks crispy. It's not really edited. It was just like, okay, we're just going to send you these clips. This is what it's looking like now. And I'm like, this looks so great.
It looks amazing.
And all the people who have been making reels and tagging us, thank y'all for tagging us so that we see it. Thank y'all for making the reels so they don't disappear. It's been so cool seeing everybody's different perspectives. And our sponsors, Uncomfortable Truth Apparel, Golden Jewels Photo Booth. They were there both days. Some of y'all did Boomerang. Some of y'all did the 360 photo booth. Fine Babe and Company is a hair company. Now, we wasn't rocking their hair, but, hopefully at a future show we will be able to.
Yeah, shout out to all of our photographers that were there. I felt like we really put on a production this time.
We really did. Y'all, I was kind of nervous because my aunt came and she brought her friend. She was going to bring her man, but then something happened with him, so he didn't come. But she still came, and she had so much fun. She came the second night just to help us. She was like, anything I can do, I'll help. I called my grandma to just check on her. She's giving me the whole rundown of the show. I said, oh, Sean already called you? Yeah, no, she did.
Was that Sean's first time coming to a live show?
Yeah. I've always told my family, I don't want y'all there.
I've always said that too, but now I'm to the point where
care.
It's like,
they're too curious.
Y'all, my brother came to our sound check because if you didn't come to the Valentine's Day special, we had a portion where there were actors, and we hired those actors from his studio. And he kind of directed how everybody should stand on the stage and just what it should look like so that the camera, no one's blocked. It was very helpful. But I was like, are you going to stay for the show? And he was like, no, I'm going to leave after, when the doors open, I'm going to leave. And I was like, thank you. But as far as like my mom coming, I think now I'm at a point where it's like, my brother was so shocked at seeing how many people, that's not even how many people listen. That's just how many people could fit in that room. He was like, this is amazing. He didn't really, sometimes you don't understand.
Some people have to see it.
You have to see it, and I get
especially
how,
internet stuff.
Yeah, and podcasts. So people don't really understand. You say I have a podcast, you're like, everybody has a podcast, but everybody's not doing what we're doing and what other podcasters are doing. And you know how sometimes people say like your main supporters when you get on a certain level are going to be people you don't know.
Absolutely.
I understand that because it's like my brother, he knows he's been doing this show for I don't know how many years, but he's just never been like, I'm going to watch it because we're talking about busting it open and booty holes.
Yeah, and I still, to this day, people be like, are you working your real job or your other job? This is my real job. This is what's paying bills, not the other stuff. I just like to get all the money I can. So I collect everything.
And to anybody who thinks that this isn't a real job, that's wild to me, to think that we are
For
tired.
some people, it's not. Now, some people, it is very much a hobby. And maybe that's the experience that you know. But when you are trying to put together a show, and then we never take breaks.
We don't.
From this show. Like, some people do seasons and then they're gone for a couple months and they plan their other stuff. We have to do everything all the time, planning out the live shows and
finding the dancers. If any moving piece that me and Kiki wanted, we find it. And I like it like that. It's a lot of work, but we have our hand on it.
It's like, yeah, I prefer it that way. So at least one of us, if not both, didn't get to see who is going to be at first. Well, it's still us. So we still need to know. We still need to be
when you come to a cocktail show, it represents us. Like Saturday night specifically was like, at the end of the night, I was like, wow. It had both of our personalities in the show.
Let me tell you who woke up for the show was my brother. My brother was there, and he came. Now, he came to kick it for the weekend. I don't know if anybody got to see him or meet him.
That baby was tired.
He was chilling in the back on Friday night, but Saturday, I think he did get up and go check it out. He definitely was outside with me all weekend. We went to a Super Bowl party.
Did you have fun?
We did, and I was like, I would not have gone to a Super Bowl party if my brother wasn't in town, but he's only 21. I gotta show him a good time. Anyway, I was like, what did you think of it? He was like, I just try to just not think about you being my sister, but it's really good and I like it. I think it's cool and it's cool to see. I don't think any of them really have gotten what I do. Not Mallory, but the younger kids. They didn't get it till they saw.
Right.
They had to come and see. So
my mom wants to come to the Dallas show, and I'm at the point
Are you
now
gonna
where
let her?
Yeah. I was like, just come. She was like, and my friends are gonna come. I was like, just come. She was like, we're gonna work the merch table. We're gonna wear matching shirts, and we're gonna have our shoulders out. I was like, okay, girl.
Why do the older women love
To
them
cut
cold
the top
shoulders?
of the shirt off. And
My mom loves that. She's like, yeah, girl, I got my cold shoulder shirt on, and I'm like, what is with y'all showing shoulders? Y'all don't want to show no titty, but you want to pop that shoulder
and really
out.
think they showing something. Okay, baby, show that little shoulder with the mole on it. I see you.
Anyway, if you have not been to a cocktail show, or if you have, I don't have to convince you of nothing, but if you haven't, you guys please check the link in the description of the episode to see which cities we're coming to. We're going to try to do some inspo posts too, so y'all know what to wear and dress up and everything. But we can't wait to meet you guys. Also, make sure you look in the description box every single week. We'll put updates on all sorts of things. There's always going to be a link tree of the different products. If you're interested in traveling with Medinah, she got a couple of trips coming up, y'all.
I do.
Make sure y'all click the link. It's in there. It's right under Travel with Medinah. And you can see how to do that if you're trying to cook, if you want to support the show by being a sponsor. We really love that.
Highly
Email
recommend
us.
it also.
Yeah, it's great. We have multiple cities. You don't have to be based in that city. You can be based anywhere, especially if you're an online business.
Yeah. And another thing,
people travel for our shows. So
there was a group of people that came from Ohio.
I know. They kept telling us. I was like, damn, Ohio is thick as fucking here.
San Antonio, Mr. Cliff and Miss Linda.
Yeah, because that show not on the list for this season. If y'all didn't meet Mr. Cliff and Miss Linda, my new in-laws, you missed out
The
on that
sun
whole
was
thing.
fun. Did you go to his Instagram?
I didn't. I got distracted.
I was like,
what you was doing over there?
I just wanted to see.
Well, why you didn't send it to me?
Well, I just knew you was on it. I thought you already looked up where he lived and everything.
Well, I know it's Germany, but no. I was tired. I was up. It is one of my pillows.
I don't know how you do it, Kiki. You was up and outside.
I was all weekend. Y'all want to know a secret? This is what I do. This is not good.
Caffeine pills?
No, but I'm about to go back. No, I just go in the bathroom and throw up.
Oh.
Like after I've been drinking for a while, I'll just go throw up and then it's like an instant reset. I saw a meme and it was like after I go to the once I get drunk and go to the bathroom to restart the night and I come back, it's just like, that's what I be doing. Yeah.
Wow.
Because that shit's not sitting up in my body. Let it out. You know, people be sitting there feeling all queasy. Throw it up. Get back to it.
See, it'd be the headaches for me.
Oh.
Hookah smell has started to give me a headache. Like, and it's like a migraine. And I'm like, but I love the hooks. I never wanted to get a hook, so I think my time has come.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
It does make me sad. Maybe I'll try again in LA at a cute little hookah bar.
That's gonna be hard to find.
Right?
Yeah, they don't really do a lot of that. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much. It just really warms our hearts to see you guys and have y'all come out and do the things. I guess we can move on to weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
This week, you guys, for Weird Sex, I actually have an update, and I'm so glad because I was looking for this case, and I could not remember her name, so I had to type the name in here and make sure I saved it. There was a time when I told a story about a woman who had gotten high off of what I'm assuming is meth, crack, or a combination of both, and possibly bath salts. I don't know. All of that is allegedly. But she ended up cutting off her boyfriend's head, leaving it in a bucket. She had his dick in like a crock pot, and like his mother found his severed head in a bucket in the garage in her house. I'm assuming where he was staying. And then in a van, there were like other body parts. Like she chopped him up, and she said that the only reason she didn't finish completely like chopping all the pieces apart was because she got tired. Like, it's not funny, but it's like, is this real? It is. So she was in court recently. Now, this happened in Green Bay, Wisconsin, not Florida. I know, surprise, surprise. But her name is Taylor Shabusiness. That is really her name. She was spazzing out. Oh, we're not supposed to say that. She was cutting up.
We're not supposed
that.
to say that?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Remember, it was a whole thing with Beyonce. You don't remember this?
No.
I'll tell you later. But so Taylor was in court, and there was a key witness that the defense was going to present. So the key witness did not show up. So her attorney is asking the court, hey, can we please get 2 more weeks because he's not done with his report? Before an answer could be given, Taylor said, fuck this shit, still handcuffed. She struck him in the head and is tussling with him in the court. There's video footage of it. And she was pissed off because the key witness didn't show up and the man is asking for extra time. Needless to say, she did plead not guilty by reason of mental illness or defect. And just to remind you guys, she is charged with first-degree homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. That third-degree sexual assault comes in because, according to the police, she was giving oral sex and using a sex toy on her boyfriend after he was already dead.
What happened to her?
Drugs.
What kind of drugs make you do that?
I don't know. I need to know. I'm going to continue to follow this case. I would like to know because I think I feel like it's bath salts and stuff. Remember when everybody was doing bath salts in Florida and they were just walking around like zombies and dismembering people?
What were they doing? Smoking them? Rolling them up and smoking them? Like a blunt?
I don't know how you do that sort of drug. I don't know if you just snort it. I don't know if I don't know how any of the things. I said something one time and everybody was laughing at me. I don't know how this shit works. I wonder, do you put it under your tongue?
You got to smoke it, I think.
Tie it in a knot and throw it over your shoulder. I mean, what do you do? Smoke the bath salt.
That's
I don't
wildness.
know. Do you sprinkle it on chicken?
What? And then I'm what is in the bath salts?
Bleach. I'm just saying that I don't know that. But isn't that how they do meth? They just use a bunch of household chemicals and mix it up, and that's why that shit be blowing up? Wow. Can somebody who knows more about bath salts tell us so that we don't have to Google?
Ooh, maybe a scientist listens to our show. That would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that's it for Weird Sex. Thanks, everybody. If y'all ever see one of these crazy stories and there's an update, or maybe you work in the court system, holla at me because I want to know. I like to follow up. Where are these people? I really want to know where the man who put his Tinder date on hooks and left him hanging in his basement is.
What is wrong with y'all? Get some therapy and do something fun.
I think they just need to go see the people at the institution. Some of them, because I think you're going to need more than therapy.
Yeah.
You're going to need medication and a straitjacket.
When I just think about people that have made very bad decisions and mistakes in their lives that put them in jail, I am always just wow, I love my freedom. We can wake up and just go. We can eat what we want to eat. We don't have to eat expired lunch patties or whatever they're doing in prison. You are
we don't have to pick cotton.
Yeah. You really
make a license plate.
You don't get to do anything. You might be getting beat up every day. That is just wild that people make these decisions on a daily basis and you're going to prison for the rest of your life.
Paying
I wonder if
$20
anybody
for
is in
Snickers.
prison and listening to CockTales. I know they horny.
You know they are. Remember that man?
Ooh.
There was somebody I thought that was listening and he was
in jail?
Yes. You don't remember this?
I don't remember this. I know that a lot of the inmates watched Temptation Island, and my season was hot in the C block.
prison.
Yeah, the people were we is watching you. I was wow, y'all need to be reading books, figuring out what you did wrong, brother.
I mean, some of them, they in there forever, so what's the point of figuring out what I did wrong? I can't undo it or get out.
Could you imagine being in a situation where you could never get to touch a male body ever again?
Well, they gonna have the officers in there, and where there's a will, there's a way. How many weird sex stories have I done where somebody is pregnant? Now, how that happened?
I don't think if I ever did go to prison, I don't think I would be fucking the officers though.
I would. Why not?
You think so?
I need a cell phone. I need to call people. I need some snacks. I need a few privileges.
I think I would just have a bottom bitch and she does the fucking I don't think I could do it. Ew, their little bellies.
What if they don't have a belly? Some of them be looking fine when
Your
I watch
ABD
the show.
is fine. You right. But
You just never
still.
know. And I'm sure people start to look a lot more fine when you've been behind cinder blocks for ages and ages.
All your life. There's some people in jail that don't even know what it feels like to have a cell phone because y'all been in there that long. You don't even know what Facebook is, Instagram. But then there's some
Yeah.
niggas in there
That's on live
Instagram,
right now.
on TikTok, going viral, nigga.
I saw this guy. He had set up a whole grill. Innovation, okay? He had a grill over like a stairwell or something, and they were in there barbecuing.
How
I was like,
that
man, how
le-
did you get the meat?
How do they let them do that?
Somebody was probably fucking the officer. Now, see, you want a little chicken, a little grilled chicken? You gonna have to toot that ass up. Bad odor can really be a mood killer, and why should your partner have to suffer? I know I don't want to. Following an intimate hygiene routine every day will take care of your odor and itching issues and add some freshness to your date night.
And
Our sponsor, Skin Elements, aims to reshape the conversation of sexual wellness and intimacy and help you reach new heights and self-confidence. Skin Elements is the #1 seller of intimate hygiene washes all over the world.
And I keep this in my shower.
Oh.
Even though this is the Skin Elements men's intimate wash, sometimes men don't know where to get these products. It's cute. You see the little zipper. It looks
And they're
like
going to use whatever is in your shower anyway.
Yep, and I even if I have to remind them, hey, like a lot of the guys I deal with, they work out a lot. They be fine, and sometimes a little tart. So, I put this Skin Elements men's intimate wash right by the soap. They use it, and not one person has complained. And I be smelling it. I'm like, I know you used it because you was a little tart down there, baby.
Right.
With the Skin Elements Intimate Wash for Men, you can say goodbye to bad odor, irritation, and infections in your intimate area and feel fresh all day long.
The complete hygiene care solution that keeps male privates clean and fresh. It relieves skin inflammation and irritation. And its sensitive foam cleans the residual left behind by condoms and lubricants, so it's great after sex too. The men's intimate wash provides long-lasting freshness in your privates. It makes it much more comfortable and easier for you to go through your day. It's paraben and SLS free and maintains the pH balance of your skin, making it suitable for even sensitive skin. And right now, Skin Elements is offering our listeners 10% off your order when you enter code SESKIN10 for Skin Elements Intimate Wash for Men on Amazon. The link is going to be in the description. That's Skin Elements, SKINELEMENTS, and use code SESKIN10 to get 10% off. Code SESKIN10. The link is in the episode's description.
Me and a male friend of mine were talking about if we lived in the medieval times and like if we were entrepreneurs, and he was talking about what he would be and what he would do. And he said, what would you do? And I looked at him, I was like, for real?
Like, what business? What you gonna do?
Sell
You could be a
pussy.
whore.
Yeah, I would have to open up a brothel and be
You could do the next best thing is sell some dresses. You're gonna have to be outside looking for a husband for real.
Yeah, I was
it's like no joke. If you have no husband, that's it for you. You have no rights, no nothing. I'm gonna be like the lady on Bridgerton with her daughters, just trying to peddle it. Well, I would hope my mama would be like that. Peddle us around. We need a fucking husband.
Yeah, I was like, what else would I can't be no
What would I
shoesmith,
do?
a blacksmith. I gotta sell pussy. I commend all you ladies out there still selling it. Culture.
And I know it was gonna stink back then. Imagine if you got a little something going on, a little BV down there. Ain't no antibiotic.
You better give
They
your
gonna
man
give
some
you
Skin
some-
Elements. Oh, they didn't have nothing back then.
They was already musty. I guess it just didn't even matter.
I wonder if it smelled good to them, the stench. They're like, ooh.
It's probably like you're just immune to it. Like when you go to when I go to Nam De Moon, that the Vietnamese grocery store, back in that seafood section, that is some fresh ass seafood. Nobody back there is like flinching or nothing. I'm over here like just holding my breath because it's just like, ooh, it is right. I'll never forget the first time my mama made me go to an international grocery store. We were looking for a specific herb blend. She thought it would be something that would be found there from whatever magazine she read. The shit was at Albertsons.
Is Albertsons still open?
And they have excellent deals. I stop by when I'm in town. They have a really good chunky salsa that I like to grab.
This is really random, but I was also talking about this with somebody the other day. Have you ever made crab legs at home, but like with the crabs being alive? Have you ever done that? You put them in the pot?
I'd never do the whole crabs because I don't like blue crabs.
Okay.
So that is why. I have done crawfish.
And they were alive?
Yeah. Oh, if you're cooking crawfish, like crawfish and crab are different. If you're gonna cook crawfish, they need to be alive. And then you boil them. Otherwise, you're just reheating them. They get mushy or rubbery. They don't taste good. Don't do that. They need to be alive.
Are they trying to crawl out of the pot?
They try to crawl out of like the basket type of thing, and then you put it in a big thing. I mean, you just put the lid on.
Are they screaming?
No.
They're just boiling
And
away.
it only takes a few minutes. They'll be dead and red and ready to go. But like snow crab, you can pre-cook. They pre-cook those. But those little blue crabs, it's too much work. Have you eaten those?
I can't do it. It is too. I think
when I opened it up and looked at it, I like wanted to throw up. And I love seafood. But it was just like, what the fuck is in here?
Yeah, I went for Valentine's Day. We went to the mountains, and it had a jacuzzi outside, and we sat in the jacuzzi and we're just bubbling, and it was about, I think it got to 104 degrees. I was hot. There comes a time when you're in the jacuzzi and it's like, why do we do this? It gets very uncomfortable. I was sweating, my wig was sliding back, and then I was
Why
like,
did you have your wig on?
because I wanted to be cute and sexy. It was
okay.
this one. And it got all wet and wavy. And so I was like, this must be what crab legs be feeling like. And you just throw them in a pot of boiling water and just watch them die.
Well, you don't have to watch.
This is a slow, torturous death.
It
Like
should
I was
take
like,
3
that
to
is
5
just
minutes.
so sad. Like, cause I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was like, okay, I gotta keep getting up and getting out. And we just boil these babies. But I do love crab legs.
I love them too. I love all the seafood. It is just so tasty, except the blue crabs. I don't fuck with it. I need that meat picked out that shell already. That's great for a crab cake.
Or the little, when they just do the claws and it's already like it's just a little bit and you just, oh, I want some crab legs.
That does sound good. We did a crab boil recently. It was so good. But now it's like crawfish season. I was trying to find a small gap so I can dip down south to Louisiana and get some crawfish. I'm going. I cannot wait. I might go twice. And I might get some shipped here. It's just so good. I could talk about crawfish for days. Okay, did you do anything for the Super Bowl?
I was in the mountains, so we watched the Super Bowl in the mountains. I cooked.
What you made?
That night I made a pasta, and I was going off of a recipe that I found online with cherry tomatoes, but then I was like, they were just like, put the cherry tomatoes in there with some olive oil and salt and pepper. I was like, let me try to remix something. So I did it. I made some shrimp, and I used the juice from the shrimp that had, it like made all this little good looking sauce at the bottom. So I took the shrimp out, and then I put the tomatoes in there. It was really good. I was really proud of myself. Put some tomatoes in there, made a little pasta sauce. I was hoping it came out good, and it did. We cooked, watched Rihanna's performance, and was trying to figure out if she was pregnant or not. Obviously, she is. And then we got in the jacuzzi that night. That's what my Super Bowl weekend was. We went to the cabins because we wanted our dogs to meet for the first time. Like, it was like our kids meeting for the first time. And so they're both little badass dogs. And so it was funny. His dog was trying to bite my dog was trying to bite his dog. We had to try to make them sleep separately, but you guys are, your family now. So they're going to have to get along. Since we're talking about that, even though Valentine's Day is good and gone, after that, we woke up the next morning and it was Valentine's Day. Did our little present situation, right? And then for Valentine's Day, I was like, I really didn't want to do the whole let's go to a nice pricey dinner this year. I was tired. Because like I said, after the live show, it wasn't like I was like, and I'm going to give myself that day to rest all day. I had to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. And so we went to I was like, why don't we cook for your parents? And he was like, my dad probably doesn't even have a plan. So yes, this will probably be very helpful for him. The men they be slacking.
Especially if you've been married for a while.
Right. And he was like, I would actually love that. So we went to the grocery store. We were their chef and their waiters. We made little cards. I was going to give them some of the I'm curious to know cards. I was like, let's hold on here because Some of them are a little
Slow
raunchy.
down.
Yeah. So we wrote down questions, and each time we would bring out a new dish or a drink or a bottle of wine or water, we would give them each a question they had to ask. We didn't sit down and have dinner with them. We put a sheet up to block the kitchen so they couldn't see us in there. We would go back into our
Y'all
little...
wasn't being bad in there, were y'all?
We was just drinking wine and eating pieces of the food.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we wasn't in there being nasty. They church folk. They good church folk.
Yeah. I think you said that. I was about to say, you was going to get a whooping.
Right? And so it was just the cutest little thing. We told them to dress up like you were going to like a 5-star restaurant. We had a Polaroid picture thing set up, so we took their picture when they came downstairs. It was very cute. I think this was like one of the best Valentine's Day I've ever had, because it was actually... everything revolved around love. Like, I felt like we gave love, we received love. It was just a magical Valentine's Day. The gift of giving. Because, like I said, we didn't go to dinner after that. I was like, well, I'm hungry. We went and picked up pizza from Fellini's.
And tow it up, I bet.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did. So I went to, I did it the Atlanta way. I went to a club to watch the game because who really cared about the game? It was the opening for
We trying to see
Rihanna's
Riri.
Okay. Now, I did want to see fine-ass Jalen Hurts.
He is fine.
So fine. I like Travis Kelce, too. And I like... It was a new boy. I don't know. I put him in my notes. I'll have to tell you guys later.
I heard Travis Kelce kind of cheap.
That was a lie, and the ex-girlfriend/girlfriend, whatever she is this week.
She cleared it up?
Yeah, she was like, that is not true at all.
Okay.
So anyway, I just don't see it for his brother. It's like Travis soaked up all the finest, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I didn't really care about what was going on in the game. I just needed to be able to see them, so they had that on mute. And then they just let us know when a touchdown happened. So all the guys who were in there who had been placing bets on those apps y'all be on, they was on there placing their bets and they was getting upset. My brother was betting on the game, but he came out on top, so I was very happy for him because he was going to be sad the rest of the night.
He was betting money.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do it through apps now.
Okay.
So anyway, I hadn't been to this spot in a while, and there's this guy. He always flirts with me there, but... he's never, like, done anything more than flirt. So I like it because it's never any pressure and always so hospitable. I said, Joseph is going to think every day of my life is so lit because the guy comes over to check on me. He's like, are you okay? Do you need anything? I was like, well, I'm a little thirsty. I could use a drink. He says,
Oh, he
okay.
works there.
He owns it.
Okay.
So he comes back. Well, he sends the people back. They done brought out the marquee signs. Welcome back, Kiki. He done brought out the bottles. He sent us the good Casamigos, not the basic bottle, the Reposado. I said, ooh, well, I guess it's night number 3. Here we go again. And we had a blast. I saw a lot of people that I haven't seen in like a long time because I really don't be going out like that. If somebody's in town, if we have a show or something like that, that's it. What?
I really don't be going out there. I wish this was a show and we could put in all the little, you be out.
When people are in
Don't go out
town.
like that. Somebody is in town every weekend for you, ma'am. And during the week. I
Now,
really don't
wait.
go out like that.
Wait, pause. I mean, I don't go out like that in Atlanta. Now, when I'm out of town, I'm outside all the time. But here, no.
Yeah.
I don't be out. I don't care what you say. I go to dinner and go home. Anyway, that's what we did for Super Bowl. I thought Rihanna's stage setup was really cute.
It was
It
so
looked so nice. I really enjoyed the fireworks and all of the red, and she looked beautiful.
But it was like.
That's what I thought about that part.
A lot of people
And
were
I like
saying
the
that they
makeup
wished
part.
that she would have just maybe declined the offer and did it after she had her babies and was ready to perform again.
She said, look, nobody said I was going to be performing after I have this next baby. This is it. You get it now.
I really feel like Rihanna's
but-
done with the
but I also-
music. She's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be a mom and make lingerie.
So she, her Vogue thing that, there was a clip of the interview that was released today. She says she does want to make an album. I think she's still trolling her fans. But it's also like when the people were critiquing her performance real heavy, I'm like, have you seen a Rihanna performance? She's giving face, okay?
Yeah.
It's not choreo. Now, we could dance for Rihanna at one of her concerts.
You think we could?
I think we could keep up.
I want to try because them niggas was busting them moves. I would have
Just
fell off the platform.
right behind Rihanna.
They was
We need
on.
to do what she's doing, not what her dancers are doing.
Okay, because they didn't have no safety net down there. I was like, what if somebody falls and she got it back? She is with child.
Maybe they had like cushions in those suits. What was that, do you think? A lot of people were saying it looked like sperm. I didn't think it looked like sperm.
Oh, the little white.
I was like, it looks like astronauts, but then they were like, it doesn't make sense. I said, does it have to make sense? Rihanna said she like astronauts this week, so you niggas is dressing like astronauts.
I didn't understand why it was all men. So maybe it was sperm.
I don't think it was all men.
Oh, I saw everybody have matching facial hair on one level of the platform.
I thought it was men and women, but I don't know. I was watching it in the club.
Yeah.
So it's projected on a wall. I don't know.
Yeah, people were mad. Some people just go overboard though.
Mad about what?
About like her being pregnant and doing this performance and being
It's
like,
her life.
That's what I think people forget. It's like you can't. I wish somebody would get mad if one of us got married or got pregnant and it was like, I can't believe you would do this. Nigga, I don't know you. I got a life to live.
Okay, and she want to live some life. What's the problem?
Right?
I don't know. I'm happy for her. Congrats to them.
Congrats to them and them little cute babies. I hope this one's a little girl.
I know, right? I wonder what she'll name her.
I wonder what her baby shower's going to be like. I want to be rich. Maybe having all the things.
Mm-hmm. All of them. Oh, well, a girl can dream one day. I really thought I'd be there by now.
Me too.
And while my nieces think I am, I have to remind them, we got to see more of the world because, baby, I'm not rich. And I'm, so far from it. I was paying bills today like, God damn, where's my man? Whew. Anyway.
I was still paying bills and I do got a man, so.
Ooh, that's even worse. I think I would be so mad at him. Like, don't piss me off ever. I'm just look at you like, why are you here?
Why are you here? You know, I'm trying to do it the right way. Make sure I really care about him.
That's smart.
So our topics today that we were going to discuss, the first one is, such a great segue. What are the signs that a woman is not into a man? And then the next one is, what are the signs that, you know, from a man that he's not into a woman? And I brought this up because I was having a discussion with some friends and some guys, and people really don't understand when somebody, like, they don't know how to pinpoint the signs when somebody is just not into you, but wasting your time. Like, example, let's say, this happened to me. A guy hit me up. I told him I had a boyfriend now. He was shocked and upset and was asking me all these questions about it. And I was like, I never reach out to you. Like, he's a food nigga. I literally only go to eat with you at lavish restaurants. Nothing more, nothing less. The conversation's not that great. There's no in-between conversations. If 3 months go by and I don't talk to you, how could you think that, like, what did you think was going to happen from this? And I was like, wow, people really be out here thinking that you like them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like when you go on a date and one person thinks that they had a great time and that there's a chance for a second and the other person is like, blocked.
Right. And so trying to pinpoint, because I think the way that women show that they're not interested are different from the ways that men show that they're not interested. So can you pinpoint something that you have done with a man? And like, it's like, I clearly don't like you.
Oh, there's just so many. I was trying to think of the one that I do the most. If I am constantly making excuses as to why we can't get together, because this is what I will do. Sometimes I am really busy, and I cannot find a gap, right? So it's like when I'm telling you I have all this going on, it's not me trying to fake it, but I'll say, but I do have this. Like, I try to find a block of something. I offer a solution to the problem because I realize it sounds like some bullshit, but I am interested in you. So I know it's not ideal, but I got like an hour and 15 minutes early in the morning. If you can get up, like,
Want to go get breakfast?
Yeah.
Find a way or make one, baby.
That's when a coffee date would be acceptable because I'm just trying to slide it in and I would like to see you in real life, not just FaceTime. Or if we can't make it work, I will FaceTime you. If I don't ever answer your calls. If I decline your FaceTime calls consistently, I don't like you because I love to FaceTime.
If I don't text you back right away, no matter what the fuck I'm doing, I could be in the middle of boarding the plane. You know how stressful and sweaty that could be. I be sweating when I'm boarding planes. Because
it's so hot and the air circulation is poor.
Yeah, everybody's looking, you waiting, you trying to get your bag up. I'm struggling, you on my neck.
Then you panicking because what if your overhead bin cabin is taken?
Yeah.
And then you got to look at the person who put their jacket and their backpack up there and their little ass purse. Bitch, put that shit on the floor. I don't care how much it costs. This is not where it goes. You heard the rules. I'm telling.
Yeah, I will send a text message in the middle of that. hate when people act like you really can't. Texting is so common now, and it's like the easiest form of communication. You can't, not that you can't really be busy. Some people really are busy, but if I am not texting you back right away, even if it's just I'm doing something right now, I'm gonna come back to this in a second, but I did see the message. It's not it. Like if you have to send 3 what are you doing messages in a day with me back to back and I haven't responded at all, I don't know why I gave you my number. I don't know why I did. I was probably rushing and wanted you to leave me alone and didn't want you to go upside my head because I didn't want to give you my number. I don't like you, though.
Yeah, I'm not always a fast texter, so that wouldn't apply to me. Sometimes I don't. I just forget about them, especially because sometimes it flips. Like, you don't text somebody because you're not interested in them, but sometimes you feel like, okay, I like him too much. I'm texting too damn fast. Like, did the message completely send before I was already typing my response back? I don't like that. Calm down, Kiara. Calm down.
See, I got out of them ways of thinking. If I need to say something, baby, I'm saying it. And because this is just who I
don't
am.
be ready to have nothing to say. I should not be responding. It's too quick. It's just too much. It's like, relax. Text them back today, yes. Not wait an exorbitant amount of time. But goddamn, it says zoop, then zoop. Like, how'd you type that fast? You had a message ready to go. It didn't even ding. Like, damn, now he gonna miss it because he just hung up his phone thinking it was his own text sending. But it was you, right back at you.
I also think that a sign that a woman really just isn't into you, because I didn't realize, we've talked about food niggas before. I didn't realize, and I even think in the episode that we talked about this, I said, food niggas know they're food niggas. I didn't realize food niggas actually don't know that they are food niggas. They think
Do they think that you're just moving slow?
They think you're moving slow, that you're a lady, a good conservative lady.
Have they seen our Instagram?
Normally food niggas be old, so I probably not. And but if you are only seeing the young lady when you're inviting her out to eat, I don't think she really likes you. She just wants to try different restaurants on your dime.
Yeah, and if you're not sure, invite her to something else and see what happens.
That's the shock factor for me. I don't think people really want to know this.
I know with your friends that's not at a club or a restaurant or a party, like an intimate gathering.
A wedding.
Oh.
Ask her to be a +1 at a wedding if anyone's still doing that.
Now, I would go to the wedding with my food nigga because it's probably going to be a good time still.
Yeah.
I would go a lot of places with my food nigga. It's like BFF. But doesn't mean that I like you like that. Maybe.
It's strictly food for me, baby.
I'm trying to think of what else I do. I'll ask them like about their love lives because I'm not trying to be a part of it, and I just want to make sure that you're keeping your options open. So if I'm asking you about what's your type, and I tell you I know somebody, that means I'm not really that into you. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else I might do. If I'm very short, I like to talk. I'm a talker. I'm a people person. I love to talk. If I come off shy or like I don't really have a lot to say about whatever question you ask me, I have realized on the date that you did something that annoyed me and upset me or something. I just don't like you anymore. And it's really hard for me to go from, if I don't like you and you do something that's annoying, it's hard for me to go back to liking you. I've noticed that about me. It's not really a lot of people that could come back from it. It's like, no.
Yeah. You got to throw them away. Next.
But men, when men are not into a woman, it can get kind of tricky. Because a man will still hang out with you, sleep with you, tell you he wants to be with you, and meet your family, meet your friends, go on vacation with you, and he could really not give a fuck about you.
He'll bring you around his friends, his family, his kids. So I don't know. I think your best bet is to call the psychic hotline and just ask what the fuck is going on, because they will do all of the things and not really fuck with you like that. It's like you are a psychopath.
But when I asked some gentleman friends of mine, like, what are some things that you do when you're really not into a woman? And he was like, if I hit you up at around like the same time, every time I hit you up, I don't really like you like that. I'm just, no, that's not what he said. He said, if I am hitting you up last minute all the time, I don't really like you like that.
Invite you to
stuff. Invite you somewhere, or it's like she hits me up and I'm like, oh, well, I'm here, you can come. Like, it's not, you are the you weren't the first option. The main person who I really am trying to talk to can't make it, and I don't want to be sitting here by myself. I still want a bad bitch by my side. You want to come? He was like, you just throw it out there like very like nonchalant, like, and they're gonna pull up. And I was like, wow, I think I've got that text before. Come if you want. Yeah. Well, do you want me to come? If you want to come.
I was just having a conversation with somebody about that on the flip side. Do you want me to come? Do you want to come? Like, wait, listen, we're not going back and forth about this. Definitely got that text from a guy, though, and it's like, oh, the first string couldn't make it, so now I get to come. Or they were talking to you like, oh, I might do this. Then maybe your second string. I might do this on Saturday. I'll let you know. You hit them up on Saturday to check in or whatever, and you don't hear no response. They waiting on girl number one to confirm or deny. And they gotta. Then when she says no, they gonna beg and beg and beg. And then when they finally get it, she's not coming. Okay, well, yeah, I decided I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm on the way right now. Well, damn, nigga, you decided a while ago because you dressed.
I feel like also if. Like, when I know that men like me, it's because you don't let too much in-between time happen in between. Like, they are very, like, on top of when you're going to see me again. Make sure you're planning the dates. I feel like when women complain about men not planning dates, he doesn't like you. The men that like me, I've never had to complain about what we're going to do for fun. Mm-hmm. There's always a plan. Even if it's not something I want to do, there's a plan because you know you want to see me. Mm-hmm. The niggas that didn't make the plans, it was like, also, I don't know if you had a wife or a girlfriend. There was some weird shit going on. Yeah, there was something going on where you couldn't make the plan because somebody else was your plan. Mm-hmm. I almost feel like don't force these niggas to make plans.
Don't force the men and don't force the women. When you have to force it, it's 9 times out of 10 a sign that the other person is just not that into you. And it's a tough pill to swallow. But it is what it is. And it's very rare that changes.
Yeah.
It can happen, but don't hold your breath. You might die. I'm just saying.
And pay attention. I just want the ladies to pay attention. And the men, I guess.
I want everybody to pay attention because this really does go both ways. We're women, so we hear a lot of the women sharing their stories with us. But then sometimes when I'm talking to guys, I'm just like, you clueless too? Oh, hell, we all lost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They just pray for these people.
Pray for them, y'all.
Okay, what are you talking about on this last bullet point?
Somebody told me about these things called honey packs. Mm-hmm. Have you heard about them? It's like honey that men can buy at the gas station for their dick to get hard. Never have heard of this before.
Medina, where do you be on the internet?
Not there. You knew about honey packs.
Yes, you buy them. I've tried it.
I thought it was for men.
No. So it's a honey pack, and it's a pack of honey, and they put different, like, herbs and supplements and stuff in it. It had the main thing is, like, maca root. Mm-hmm. Maca root works for women and men. It's actually one of the main ingredients in she orgasms. Mm-hmm. It's good for blood flow, and it's good for your libido, arousal, all of that stuff. So it just has these extra things in it. But I think that the people on the internet definitely hype it up. I think it has, like, one of those effects where people are talking about it. Like, when you first start drinking, you give somebody a sip of something light, and now they think they drunk. But you didn't have nothing to do nothing. Anyway, the honey packs, you can cook with them, you eat them. I just put it in my mouth.
What did it do for you?
It just made me horny. And I did the same thing with him. And we was horny, yeah. It does work in that way, but I don't know if I would use that all the time. It didn't taste good.
Oh, it don't taste like honey.
It tastes like honey, but it tastes like honey with something in it. I think it gives it like a bitter taste. Maybe because of the supplements. But yeah, I've heard of them. People have been talking about it for a while. Yeah, try it and tell me what you think.
I'll be horny on my own, though.
Everybody always says that. So imagine if there's no, like, issue with your body getting it wet or getting horny or any of that, and then you have something that adds to that, because it's still good for you. Imagine how great it could be. Like, you can have great sex with a person, but you could also have great sex with a toy. It's different.
Facts. Grab my rose and there was a little candy cane glass
I gave that to
dildo.
you.
I used it this past weekend. And
did you put it in the hot tub to warm up?
No.
Or did you use it cold?
I used it cold.
Oh.
And using it cold was nice. It was like a little icicle. And it was an amazing feeling. Like, he put it in there while he was eating my pussy. It was amazing. It was a lot going on that little candy cane. All right, y'all. We're going to move on to Indecisive Diane. And when we come back, we will have some advice for you.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey, ladies, it's me, Diane. And this week's date idea is more of an activity. Get sexy, get fine, or order some costumes. Grab your bae and have a photo shoot. It's a photo shoot. Yes, it's a photo shoot. Have fun, get sexy, if you will. Do something different. Spice up your love life. Make each other want the other again. Get fine and cute and smell good. Bye.
Okay, and we are back from Indecisive Diane, and it's time for the advice. If you have a question that you would like to ask us on the show, make sure you email us at advice@cocktalespod.com.
Okay. I think I put 3 on this one, but this first one says, friend or my man? Hey, y'all. I've been listening for 2 years now, and I love tuning in every single Thursday. I'm a 27-year-old, and I have been on and off dating a guy for a year. We've noticed that we are better compatible as friends with a little benefit here and there, LOL. Every time we try to take us more seriously or we ignore the boundaries we set, we end up arguing about the dumbest shit. But as soon as we are just friends, talk less, and hang out every once in a while, we're cool as fuck. So my question is, do you believe in right person, wrong timing? Thanks, guys.
I think this is an excellent fuck buddy, and you just need to recognize that that's what it is. If y'all fucking around and it's cool and y'all can be cordial, but there's no pressure, that's just a good fuck buddy, and it's okay. Everybody doesn't have to be the right person because it doesn't matter if it's now or 10 years from now. I mean, only time will tell, but girl, he either doesn't like you, like we were just talking about,
enough
right?
to like want to continue anything other than
anything
sex.
serious. It's like anytime you tell him about anything you actually want, you're trying to stick to your guns. He's not interested. He's not into you. But you are also young, and I think that could be the wrong time. But don't worry about none of that shit. Just fucking when you feel like it and call it a day. This is a friends with benefits, and keep your options open. Don't be holding out hope that one day he's gonna come around, because the likelihood is poo. What do you think?
Yeah, I do believe in timing, but I don't believe in the wrong timing. I just believe in the right timing. So it's like when it's right, you know it. When it's wrong, it just ain't it. It just wasn't. Like Kiki said, this is a fuck buddy situation, and I think don't read into it too much. Just have a good time if you can. You might not be a fuck buddy type of person, because I don't know if when y'all have these conversations about the boundaries and arguing, I don't know who brings that up. Something tells me it might be you.
I wonder what the boundaries are.
I do too. And depending on what those boundaries are, somebody might like somebody more. And so I feel like if that's happening, there have been plenty of situations where it was supposed to be a fuck buddy. I start catching feelings and I have to end it because I don't want my feelings to get hurt.
Period. This was a time, y'all, when you could have added just a few more details, because now we're a little confused. Yeah. I would like to know the boundaries, because if it's like, don't be hitting me up after a certain time, or don't be looking at me funny when you see me in the club with another girl, like, relax. There's lots of different things that could be said. Well, good luck, girl. Let us know. Send us a cocktail next time, because we want to see what the sex is hitting for to tell you whether to even keep fucking him or not.
She's still fucking him.
Well, all right. Speak up or keep quiet. Hi, ladies. Love you both so much. I'm sorry if this is long. I'm going to cut. Can't talk. I'm going to try to keep it short, but backstory first. My bestie has been with this dude on and off. I feel like this is a time to mind your business, but let's see. My bestie has been with this dude on and off for a year or so now. I never knew how bad things had gotten with them before, until one night I was in the middle of an incident. Aw, hell. Me and my bestie went to dinner to talk because she thought they were over and told me what had happened between them. She finally got him to respond to her, and basically he was laughing and saying they were over. It was time for us to leave the restaurant, and when we got back to her place, I could see my girl was heartbroken. So I went inside with her to talk some more. We were laughing and talking about shit about him, and as we're laughing, we hear his laugh too. He was hiding in the fucking closet. I know you fucking lying. Police! Okay. Long story short, things got physical real fast. At one point, he pushed me out the apartment and I charged my ass back in but got stuck in the door, and he kept closing the door on my body and had gotten really bad bruises that night. Cops were called, good, and he went to jail but was let out the very next morning. Damn. Fast forward to today. They're back together. Knew it. Again, she has been saying he's changed and is convinced things will be better. She hasn't asked me directly how I feel about it all, and I don't want to be another person that tells her she's wrong for going back because her family is already on her ass about it. So I just listen, and if any argument that they have, I just ask things like, well, what do you want to do about it? Or what do you feel about it? At times, she thinks it's not going to work, and other times she sees the improvement. Last week, they went to Texas Live, and it was him that told her to invite me. I guess as a peace offering or whatever. I didn't tell her this, but in my head, I'm like, boy, fuck you. My question is, do I tell her I'm not comfortable being around him ever since that night, or do I wait until another group activity is offered and then tell her, like, girl, I know you in love and it's your life. I want you happy and safe, but I'd rather not be around him. How would you ladies go about telling your friend you do not want to be anywhere near their man after being involved in a crazy-ass incident? Thank you, ladies, for the advice.
And then nobody ever slammed me up in the door and keep hitting me repeatedly and then go to jail after. But I've definitely had some close friends of mine dating somebody where it was like, it's too toxic, and I watch too much Lifetime, and I really watch too much news, and I never want to be caught up in the crossfire of y'all's love debacle. I ended up telling my friend, just like literally what you said. I was like, I don't like him. If this is what you want to do, you're an adult. I've gotten to the point now with my friends where it's like, I am not going to be falling out with you over your relationship. Who you decide to be with is who you deserve. And I don't have to be in that relationship. And I also don't need to be around him. And so if you're doing something and he's coming, or you're inviting me out and he's there, just don't do it. I don't want us to have a fallout, though. I told her that. I was like, I don't want this to have an effect on our friendship. I just don't want to be around your disrespectful ass nigga.
Yeah, I think that you should tell her now. I don't think you should wait. I don't think that you should accept it. We all know how abusers can be, and I don't personally know of a story where somebody changed, but maybe it's out there. But I don't think you should try and be investigation discovery and figure it the fuck out.
That's not your job.
It's not even your relationship, and you already sounded like you didn't like him. I could just feel it through your typing. Anyway, I think you should tell her, you know what, thanks for the invite, but I'm going to have to pass. I haven't forgotten what happened, and I know that you moved on. All the things that you said. Mm-hmm. Do not invite me to be out with him, but also don't feel like you can't come to me if you need me. But give her the look like, bitch, I don't want to hear about this nigga every week, but if you need me, then I got you because I am your friend, but I can't. You're choosing to be with this bullshit. I don't want to be a part of this.
But you also got to hold your ground, because let's say he gets some Beyonce tickets and she's like, Leroy got us Beyonce tickets. You can't go because you don't want to be around him.
Well, can I buy Leroy's ticket and he can't go?
You got to hold your ground.
Kind of, but yeah.
It sucks at least when you don't like your friend's boyfriend for valid reasons. If you just don't like that nigga, that's one thing. And I don't think everyone.
If I just don't like somebody, I can be around them. But if you did some real shit, mm-hmm. I can't be around. Mm-hmm. I can't, because I'm gonna have a really hard time, and I'm just gonna start making up shit and calling the police. And you don't want me around for that.
Yeah, I remember one time. This is when I knew I needed to keep my nose out of people's relationship business. I was like, well, what if we just, plant some drugs in his car and then call the police and get that nigga caught up? And I was like, and now I'm about to go to jail.
Okay, because I'm doing all kind of wrong
for you.
Yeah. So I can't come around because you going to be the one to bail him out.
Yep.
And then I'm going to be sitting in jail. And none of my calls are coming through. Because you with him and he was like, fuck that bitch. And you was like, okay, babe.
And I'll be so mad if I got locked up when I have a wig on. They just have to make you take your wig off. I'm in there with Cleo braids.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, I know. I be thinking about like nails.
I think about how you deteriorate, and it's just like, wow, like on the outside you're a pretty bitch, and then you go inside, and now you get ugly, and nobody cares.
Yeah, because you did that shit. Okay. So that's it for the advice. If you guys want to send a question to us, maybe we can help you. Maybe we'll just laugh. But email it to us, advice@cocktailspod.com. And now it's time for the cocktails.
But if you ain't got a buck, I won't cup say to your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a
Let's see what this one about. She said he was lacking. Hi, besties. I was hanging out and got too drunk, spilling the tea to my girls on how my boo wasn't fucking me right lately. Well, the past 3 times. I started drunk texting my boo, going off on him because he has been lacking on his sex game. Y'all, he wasn't giving me any head, no foreplay, or any type of arousal. Like, literally, my pussy has been dry as fuck. I would have thought he was cheating on me. I even brought my toys to spice it up, but that didn't work. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Maybe this is the end of our fuck ship. Well, is your boyfriend or... Okay. Anyways, that drunk night texting him that he was lacking and not reciprocating, he replied back in the morning, okay, be ready tomorrow and bring the toys too. In my brain, I responded, sir, that's all you have to say after I sent 10 text messages last night? But I replied, okay, boo, see you tomorrow. Tomorrow came so slow. I was very thirsty for that dick appointment, so I was on my way to him. I took 2 sheet orgasm pills with 2 drops of rum tincture. I walked into the hotel room. We didn't even speak to greet each other. My boo gave me this look, and reading his eyes, I said, oh shit, it's on tonight, baby. Took my clothes off so fast. I laid on the bed and my panties flew off in the air. And whoa, baby, he licking my clit so fast, pinching my nipples at the same damn time, and then sucking my clit with the vibration feeling, making me come back to back to back so hard that my lips are tingling and the palm of my hands are numb. That has happened to me before. The palms of your hands ever got numb?
Yes.
Fingers start tingling. I'm like, hold on. Am I about to go into
when
cardiac
is it gonna come
arrest?
back? Yeah.
Yeah. Like numb, as in that sleeping numbing feeling. He was devouring my pussy. That damn she orgasms really makes you 100 times more sensitive, and my pussy juice is all over the sheets. He got up, pulled me to the edge of the bed, my legs on his shoulders, and he started fucking me so good that I felt every deep stroke in my stomach. He's moaning. I'm moaning. Now leaning on me, fucking me, and sucking my nipples at the same damn time. I said in his ear, baby, now you're back. She said that. Our eyes connected. He picked me up and said, it's my turn to ride my BDB. I'm riding and playing with his nipples. Pussy juice is all over him. He pulled me down to start kissing me and then picked me up and sat my wet pussy on his face to devour me some more. Got my legs shaking. Now all I see is crab legs every time I see the word legs. Just little crab legs boiling. What? He got my legs shaking in a lock mode, and I just keep on coming. He flipped me back over, and now my booty hole action. Oh, wait. And now it's booty hole action time, baby. Hope you can imagine how the rest of our night went, and safe to say he is not lacking anymore, period. Thanks, ladies. I love y'all and can't wait to see y'all again on tour. Side note. We didn't even have to use toys this time.
That sounds like a good time. That was a good cocktail.
Do you normally use toys when you're having sex?
I only do it sometimes.
Okay.
Not all the time. But sometimes it's like when it's already so great, I just want to see like how far can I go before I die.
Oh, hope you don't. Hope you don't find out.
Right, I hope I don't, because then I'll know that solves the mystery. She had 3 vibrators on her bed when she was found looking like an electrocuted victim. Okay. The next cocktail, threesome with my man and his side chick.
Wow, this sounds toxic.
Okay, hi ladies. I love you guys so much, and I always look forward to tuning in every week for a new episode. Let's get right into it. I'm 22 years old, and my man is 30. We have been together for 3.5 years, and the relationship is going very well with a few hiccups. One of the hiccups being me cheating on him with my coworker. Oh, damn. Multiple times, and he knew about it the whole time. He even found the video of her eating my pussy in my phone. Ooh. Anyway, I guess to get me back, he cheated on me with a woman from his past. He ended up confessing to me because he said that before we get married in the future, he doesn't want any secrets within our relationship. Once he confessed it to me, I confessed my cheating as well, even though he already knew. Now on to the threesome. Once he told me about it, I told him I want to fuck her myself. He ended up giving me her number, and we all fucked that same week. Well, this moved quickly. Now the threesome isn't the problem. That was amazing. She made me squirt, and I thought I wasn't even capable of that. She squirted all over me multiple times. She ate my ass and my pussy so good, better than any female has. We fucked from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., on and off, nonstop. However, I noticed myself being a bit jealous because they were just bonding over different stuff like music. They both love old rappers rappers like Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane, and I'm too young to even care to listen to them. Damn. Call me old because I love me a little Jeezy and Gucci. Anyway, when we went out to eat, she was rubbing her feet on my man's legs under the table, asking for kisses from him, telling him that's her dick, knowing damn well that dick is all mine. Is it? Because y'all at the table ready to share and bust it out. Okay, and I'm willing to go to war for it. See?
What, did y'all not talk about anything before it got started?
It just seemed like all they was talking about was fucking, but nobody talked about anything else. Okay, anyways, she added me on social media and would text me from time to time asking to hang out and just saying how she want to fuck us again. I definitely would, but I just think that she's just too fascinated with my man. She texted him after the threesome saying how she was in her feelings because he never treated her the same way he treats me in our relationship. She's actually a sweet woman and someone I would hang out with, but I think she's just trying to get close with me so she can keep fucking my man. And that's not gonna happen on my watch because I will politely beat her ass if she tries something slick.
She's already doing it. Y'all
just need to be a family.
She is fucking your nigga. Like,
and you know it.
It's
so,
his side chick. You didn't.
And it seems like a girl he was just fucking with. How you know he was just fucking with her and that ever really ended? And why is he's telling you stuff like this? He wants you to share. I see it. He wants you to be like, well, we can just share. We already fucking anyway. Even though it takes a lot more than fucking to make a relationship like that work. Yeah, that's what he wants.
This sounds real crazy. Y'all about to be fighting. I already know it.
They are going to be fighting in the middle of sex, and somebody's titty is going to get torn off because I know one of them is probably droopy.
I hate when I see people. Every time I see the clips from the baddies out west or whatever the fuck that show is
called. All them baddie shows. All they do is fight.
When they start fighting and the security comes in and lifts someone up and they hold titties out, and I just like, I think I commented this on one of the posts. How embarrassing does everybody feel after they rewatch the show? I know how embarrassed I was rewatching Temptation Island. I was so embarrassed, and I didn't have a titty out fighting. They be fighting with one titty out. This is my friend, this is about to be you and your young ass. And listen to some Gucci.
That don't make no sense. Anyway, thank you guys for submitting your cocktails. Remember, if you would like to submit one, you can send it to us, CockTales@CockTalesPod.com. That's CockTales.
Please do not forget to look at the links, you guys. I'm going to Turks, I'm going to Bali, and Kiki got a cookbook. Look at the links, click them, and register, and do what you need to do.
Yes, and on that note, make sure you're following us on Instagram to keep up with everything. Together, we're CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the drive. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Wait on the track. I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the drive. Bye. Bye. Bye.